Hello everyone, welcome to ServiceNow Prague. Today we are going to discuss about one of the pain points that every developer goes through. That is making changes on wrong instances. So did you ever come under this scenario that you were to make some changes and you did it on a wrong instance? So let's say you had to make some changes to a script, and after making changes to the script, when you were testing, you found that it was not working. And then you realize the reason why it was not working because you made the changes on the production instance, or let's say a test instance. And this issue is often come across to the developers who have this tendency of opening different instances pages on the same browser. So with me, it used to happen very often. And why? Because I am one of those person who opens all the instances pages on the same browser. So, and when do we realize? We realize this when we put a close attention on the URL that, oh, I did this on production. And there is no way you can skip this. Why? Because if you look at the page, normal page of a service now, looking at the page, you can't say which instance it belongs to. The only thing that identifies is the URL of the browser, that it's a prod dev or a QA. So is it that in order to avoid this kind of situation, we always have to pay a close attention at the URL of the browser before making any changes? No. So we do have a solution where you can have something constantly, uh, reminding you that the changes that you are making belongs to a dev instance or a prod or a QA. So let's discuss about the solution, what we can do. So the solution to this is called instance tagging, and you could call it instance marking. So in this, what we do is we mark the screen of the different instances with a marker. Let's say in example, I call production instance as production, dev instance, developer instance as dev, and test instance as a test. So this is how we can mark our instances. So as you can see, one screen is marked as production, another is dev, and another is test. So now when you make changes, this marker is going to constantly remind you that where your changes is happening. Now let's see this in action, how it works. So for this, you need to go to your browser. So it's not a ServiceNow solution. It's a solution that comes with the browser. So for example, I use this Chrome. So in Chrome, you have a Chrome extension called environment marker. So let's see this. Let's search for environment marker. So you have to open this environment marker extension plugin and you have to add this. Now, once this is added, what we need to do is configure this. So open this and click on go to configuration page. Now here you have to give your marker. So I have two instances, one instance 60855, let's call it production, and another instance 174188, let's call this a developer instance. So I will come here and I will give the name as a marker. So let's say I want to call production as production, and then the base URL. So this is the base URL, copy and paste it here. Now, by which color you want to identify it? So production, I want to identify it as a red color. And where you want to position your marker. So I always prefer bottom left. Now again, I need to add, so I will click on plus icon and then my developer instance. I will mark it as dev and the URL. Copy, paste it. And let's say I want to identify it as blue color. Position bottom left. If you have test instance, you can call it test. You can put the URL of the test and you can choose the color and the position. So in this example, I'll be taking two colors. Let's save this. Now, once it is saved, now if you refresh your page, you will see that your instance screen will be marked. So let's refresh. Now you see this is marked as production. And if I refresh my dev instance, so this is called as dev now. Now, any page you open on any screen, it will always remind you that the page that is open in front of you belongs to which instance. So now if I make changes here, I mean, it is very difficult to avoid this color and this marking. So the possibility of making changes on a wrong instance decreases by much extent, I would say. I mean, I can't say that it is impossible to ignore this, but yes, it is difficult to ignore this marking. So this is a way by which you can avoid making changes on the production or a test or a wrong instance. So this is all for this video. If you like this video, click on the like button. And if you want to get notified for such useful information or videos, then do subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching.